Hey guys, I was in school today, and while I was doing my lessons, on BBC Radio 4, a radio show aired called You and Yours, and my friend Jacob and his teacher, Mr. Dunville, appeared on it, and I'm going to show you an audio clip of it with a picture of the school. Bye.
You've got broad beans down here, I can recognise, doing pretty well. Potatoes grubbed up there, doing pretty well. What else have you got in here?
Well, Ben from the school, maybe you want to speak to Ben, because all the vegetables that you see planted at the moment have all been planted by Ben and the kids from the school.
This is what we've done since September. We kind of came in, it was waist high and weeds everywhere. We came in and cleared it all away, gradually took all the weeds away and planted potatoes and beans and peas and onions.
I can smell the onions here, they're coming through in the bed beneath us. There are, scores of little shoots coming through, and you can really smell it. If I just reach down and rub the top of one, it's just like having a bowl of potato salad full of chives. It's lovely. So what do you get out of it as a teacher, and what do your pupils get out of it as a project?
It's been brilliant. A couple of years ago we grew basil plants in the classroom, and I pulled a leaf off a basil plant and ate it in front of the kids, and quite a lot of them freaked out and just kind of said, what are you doing to and that was a bit of a moment when I kind of realised that the kids going to the supermarkets with their parents at a weekend are very, very removed from where any vegetables come from whatsoever, really.
Can I have a word with you, you good self? Tell us your name.
Jacob.
Hi Jacob, have you spent much time down here?
Yeah, a bit. I've been a few.
You've been here a few times?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff have you been up to?
Well, we've been doing potatoes and leeks, of course, and also we might do tomatoes.
You've got tomatoes growing back at school?
Well, yeah.
What's it like when you see this stuff coming through?
Amazing, exciting. We can do different things instead of going to the shops and buy fruit and stuff like that, and it's cheaper.
So when are you expecting to taste the first fruits of your labour?
I don't know, mate.
When do you think?
We're not far off. Radishes will be ready very soon, I think.
Well, that's not a good place to start, is it?
We've got some early potatoes.
Oh, no, you're talking. Well, Luke's bringing over the heavy machinery now, i.e. a fork and a spade. I think it's time to get digging. Pass it over. What's the plan? Just to dig this over, ready for the leaks?
Just give it a little turn, basically.
Right.
We'll disturb the surface very slightly.
So, at the moment, this bed's bare that we're digging over. There are a few plants already in, but at its peak, what's this place going to look like?
We come back in a few months, some of the actual sort of more structural features, like the compost bins, possibly a shed, possibly some pathways will be in. The beds that we're digging at the moment, hopefully, these will be being taken out and being replaced.
So why am I breaking my back digging?
Well, who knows how long it'll take before that comes into play, so we're working with what we've got for the moment, and as the project's only just on its feet, the plans for the changes will be mostly implemented for next year's season.
Big question I've got, it's a long way off yet, but what happens once you get the harvest in and you've got potentially scores of people saying, hang on, that's mine, how's it going to be divvied up?
It's a good question as well. I don't think we've fully worked out that one yet. We could possibly run, cooking sessions or something like that on open fires down on the plot. We could do lunches, or we could have harvest festival type events. That's all yet to be ironed out. That's sort of down the line when we actually have something to harvest.
That's all still to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can see pictures of the allotment as it started and plans of what they hope it'll look like one day on the You and Yours website. So have a look at that. Chris Beardshaw is still with me. Chris, I think the key question in the time we've got left is it cost effective to do that? It sounds like a great idea, but how best can you make it work?
Well, one of the things to do is to concentrate on those crops which are expensive at the supermarket or the farmer's market, but can actually be easily produced on the allotment very cost effectively. So go for things like the salad leaves, the rockets and mitsunas that you can sow on a 7 or 10 day cycle, which are expensive in a sealed packet in the supermarket, but actually you get a supply from the a £1.99 packet of seeds. Go for fruits like strawberries, raspberries, even planting a courgette on top of your compost heap, all very cost effective, plentiful crops. And also herbs, of course. We are used to buying pots of herbs in the supermarket, or maybe cuttings of herbs, put them in the garden amongst the flowers, and they're much better. I would personally avoid, if I was a novice allotmenteer or had limited space, I would avoid the long-term crops that take up a lot of space, things like brassicas, potatoes and onions. But I think it's also worth pointing out that, of course, there are some benefits that you can't put a price on. The physical benefits, health, emotional and social benefits you get from gardening and working on allotment, especially in the community space, those are priceless benefits.
Yeah, I mean, I remember my dad on the allotment, 30, 40 years ago, and it is a community place, isn't it?
Definitely.